It's going to potentially get what they asked for. Still, it's an aid, ricocheting, rebounding out through the back and a flash on top of it. Flooding forwards, Giacomo! He's delivering, raining down, death and destruction. Put shots in the dark for safe. Might be able to equalize it ever so slightly still. They're sitting at a player disadvantage. But the reclears coming hot and heavy here from G2. They've got 3 players ready, and look at that. It's the bait and switch. Drop down. Jonah P's going to be calling it. Full awareness here with the wall up into their face. There's caution in the wind. G2 very eager to play towards it.
Crazy pause in the round here called from Vitality. They got the info about Jonah, but judging where that fault line came from, you know that he's not right in the choke point. It's so tough for Les or Trex to get anything done here, but they could go for the silent drop, as Les has done. Repositions into sight.
Yeah, it comes down to a bit of a gamble with the timing. G2 have just used their own wall against them. They're going to use it to regroup back through into halls. Make sure they have control out towards the back of the site. There's still a lot of unknowns. There are only 28 seconds left. They think that they could have potentially exited, and there it is, opened up wide, but the trade was in sight. Trent's going to be able to equalize it. Less from behind. No, that's a dagger to the back, but only 18 seconds to play with in a 1v1 himself. Him versus Jonah P, and time is of the essence. It's already ticking away. Spike in his hands. Jonah P's giving him that space and that opening, but now with a fault line right on the money, swinging wide, tapping away. Les delivers it. Hours control though while this is going on, but Jonah P, oh boy, okay, just gotta scurry out of there, just not in time. He's dropped Trent. Vitally important fight out towards Showers. Now he's gonna be squeezed from these remaining players. Vitality know how important this position is, and there's just no options whatsoever for these G2 players. Putting a slow squeeze on him. Valen forced to pick up the pieces, but he's rolling up to essentially a vacated site. It's just filled up with the bodies of his comrades.
And remember that this is a bonus round for Vitality. It might not have felt like it because there's full rifles on board, but this is a team now looking to break the economy of G2 so early on.
Balancing spotted here, up into this spot. Abundance of Util going to be lobbed right at him. Barely alive, man. The thread that he's hanging on to barely. It is Util going to be thrown straight back. There's Trent trying to bail him out, but already lost him and control towards this one. That's a fault line into the Armageddon. Slow to a crawl, but the ultimate's even slower. It's not fast enough. Quick reposition by Trent though. This, oh, it's catching him unaware. My God, finds the hammer. Sheriff finds 2, less from the side, and Trex alongside him. Tries to go for the spray down, but Leaf is responding, and it's left less into this 1v2. Again, a series of unknowns rattling through his mind. Giacomo is a mile and a world away. But the time pressure is on Les. He's trying to pull some of these players out, get a bit more information, maybe a pick to make it much more winnable. G2 are not giving him squat, not giving him an inch. And now the net tightening, and straight from behind, it's Leaf who strikes. What's to defend him?
He early round flashed somewhere else on the map. I've got to be honest, I can't remember where he began.
Okay.
And Trent's managed to pick up a kill just by spamming there, anticipating that Les was going to be scaling off the back of the wall going up.
These timings are quite impeccable. I mean, Jonah P's sliced them up, cuts up the fight. Slowing for your troubles, kicks.
Spread default from Vitality.
As freely as possible, but it's all discipline from G2 out towards the back of the side. However, Jonah P was open to the angle, and now Giacomo is on a bit of an island. He needs a bit of help. Potentially here still, there's no committal, there's only 20 seconds left, and Vitality, they do need to get that spike down. It's a smoke in their face that makes it nice and awkward, and the call has to be made to try and fight this one through and out. Flashes in their face, and Giacomo is attempting to be that one step ahead, spraying away. Kicks is running and gunning, but it's 8 seconds left to play with in the round, and it's just enough to get the extension they needed. Plant is down now, 2v2. Forwards is the angle, the footsteps betraying him. Armageddon's out. It's a rolling red carpet. G2, they are not the VIPs, they are not the ones to the party, but they're going to try and make it about them here now. Slow walk up though, and another refight is called for, and another TP! Popped right out to the side, that's Jonah P. Popping heads while he's at it. Trailblazer, it's a fast reaction, but that's going to be an aftershock, a stun. An abundance of util. I mean, G2, they've got it in spades.
30 seconds left.
Just when you think you're safe, always going to be refighting you, but how much more do they really have here? Sliders of corners and sliders of gaps, and G2 willing to double up. They have that opening with smokes are going to be dropped down and backs to these players. A vital one of that. Giacomo, he's ready to take that contact and catch some kills, but it's Jonah P to pave the way. It's going to be Thorns propped up as a result. Wall still not detted. Here through, round to the side as well. There's no follow-up, there's no trade. Nobody really could play into that gap, that window of opportunity that Durka just paid for with his life. Still, plant is necessary. And save. Wow! He's taking matters into his own hands. Jonah P from the side. It's a flash and a repeat, but he's instantaneously traded at that. It leaves G2 into a 2v3.
Salvo's too late. Trent and Valen with it all to do.
Nice to be taken here. Valen. Working away outside towards Heaven. Spots the one player, but Vitality very much got this one. Under lock. And Key. Beautiful approach to that one. Clearing out through lamps. It's a tap from Valen. Needs to try and pull these players out, isolate these fights, but he's essentially got paper mache between him and the enemies, running and gunning, 7 bullets left to do it all. Once as well to Salvos and Utah that's going to be sailing over. He's going to be stopping them in their tracks up and over though, and not anticipating that Durka would be up onto that high ground. Leaves Leaf into a sticky spot. Try and buy time for the rest of his team to get back into this one here. With 30 seconds left, Plant is finally going down. There is no pushback inside from G2. Just them trying to square up and take these fights. Durka, this guy, not willing to take a step back. Wants to take the fight and he wants to take it now, but he has slowed it down and he is essentially the sole recipient of this site. He's got to try and hold this one down. First line of defense! Oh my god, he might just be the only one! Necessary! How do you choose to play it? Breaks it. Wasn't a bit of uncertainty, but here's a showstopper and there's no time for quick reactions! Oh my god! Brings the clone who's tanking that one. It still gets the value. Wraps itself around the corner and it's gained entry and open access to the side here for Vitality. Jorgamo has to make a play here, steps forward, and that flash is good with the connection. Spray, but he's run out of bullets, and the return of the fire is there. Kicks. Making sure he's mightily consistent, at least to return those kills, but Leaf, hold on, there's something to say about it! And Jonah P by his side. Could make a go of this one here, but honestly a little bit too late. Trex is going to be sticking this one planned down and out, but do you choose to go off of this? Push forwards outside of triple. There's no follow-up out through Heaven, so less. Oh, he's not safe, is he? It's Util where that came from. Trex feeling like the issue's being forced, and the molly goes up and over just to buy them a bit of time. He's got an orbital strike in the back pocket. It's an extra layer of defense to try and win this round out! Oh my! George's got a head on it. Salva's out towards the next layer, but that's only removed one piece of the puzzle. Vitality still in positions to play, and even goes down to the Salvos anyway. Orbital strike, forced out, but time is ticking. And G2, they need kills, they need to draw the blood, they need to find these players and these bodies. Kicks round to the side! Oh my god!
Playing the mini boost style of Duelist at the moment.
Stray shots less. Chip down. Heal online though, Kix has got that one in his back pocket, so hopefully not too much more damage done. Speaking of damage, Jorgamo dropped into the process, smokes in their faces. G2 looking like they might want to try and go for a bit of a refight. Valen slipping his way in for the side, and Jonah P in the back lines. Salvos drop down, attempting to buy some time here for G2, and they've got this site into a vice grip safe, trying to barrel his way forwards, and damage done to a variety of players, unless it's a dead man walking. He should be at this point. Trent, jump spot. Less sticks, half earned on the defuse. It's win conditions! Oh, and he's a monster player!
Yeah.
Bolt line. Unconnects, kicks as blind as anything, man. He's right up into the Salvos as well, trying to seek that evacuation. Les cuts it up tight into the corner. That's just only a ghost in hand. Gonna be anticipating some level of this one, and kicks as well, just forcing the issue. Pressing the advantage, pushing past them. Gives his team the advantage, at least in the player capacity. So 2v3, and Leaf skipping a hop towards the side here. Risks need to be taken himself, and Leaf just can't quite win that fight out. Taking a bit of a peek there. Trex knows to play his life because that discipline comes through and shines bright in moments like these. And surely,
30 seconds left.
One push forwards. Yeah, time is going to be an issue, isn't it? Tate's already just priming the salvo. As a peek from Les as well. He wants to try and force the issue, force the fight straight to them. Clears the way, most of the way, and there's still an Armageddon waiting into the back pocket. 17 seconds left. What is the call to be made here? Armageddon pushing forwards, but slow going is the ramp up, and Jonah P gets that plan down. Safety in numbers. G2 might have it, but Jorgamo ends up just going down to the straight bullet. Dog in your face. There's no saving that one, but the stun still gets off. And my god, safety with the spam out from triple. Leaves it just to save. 1v3 scenario. Need to ISO these fights, and good luck to you. Deep stun. No peek happening. G2 have got this one in the bag. Yeah, there's going to be a defense though, surely necessary. Okay, Rolling Thunder's going to be used, concatenated, added on top with the salvos. That is the cherry.
30 seconds left.
Plays straight down onto the site. Aftershock Thorns. Les is lucky to be alive. Armageddon in through the back of the halls. Forcing the issue and forcing the players forwards into the open arms of these G2 players. And with the plan down themselves, they've got all the win cons in the world at this point. It's a 2v5.
What a wonderfully controlled round from G2. I mean, that's just masterfully played. We had so many questions. How is this going to work?
Off on the flank himself.
Launching smoke.
Thorns, not broken, eventually slowing it down, and it does actually split up these players ever so slightly. The trade isn't there in time, not by Leaf, unless he's doing quick and dirty work! Jorgamo just pulls it back from the brink, but he's just one man now, and he's got to do it against Turker himself. Nade rebounds, pushes him out! And the fault line does connect, out through the back. That's Turker, like you said, he plays off the sound cues, being body blocked into the process as Thorns at his feet. Jorgamo, it's in his own team. Thorns, he's trying to push through into the back! It's into a blender! The rest of his team don't stand a chance, and Leaf can only do so much. Smoke's primed, salvos towards your back. TP forwards, and the flash is good. But that connection, safe's not long for the world. Rocket up and over towards the top. Durka was plucked out of the sky while it was happening. Orbital strike wasted in the process. Trek's not going to have that one to work with a little bit later.
He's buying time, though, for Les on the flank. And they're coming back to him.
Yeah, he's just holding the wall. Is there a level of awareness for G2? Do they actually take this clear? And still Les. Doesn't matter if you're aware of him. He's still going to rip your head clean off. Retreats, backs away. Sky didn't even hear it with the footsteps. Okay, Trent's handed relatively easy one in terms of predicting that.
Trent's also got a nice timing. Smoked off, though. Might not feel confident to go through that, and he isn't. In the meantime, I've had Jorg sat around this position the entire round.
Re-exploration. Re-exploration! It's from both of them. Jorg and Kicks. It's just Jorg who gets the better of it. It leaves Trex in a 1v3.
30 seconds left.
Salvo's flash play in through the back. Open sightlines onto two of the players, but a trade. Durka takes contact, flash round to the side. That's a quick dodge. Flick of the wrist round to the side. Instant response though from Kicks, and instant response from Jonah B. That's a TP. Forced back out into the way. I don't think that was intentional. Flash forwards, good connection, and putting the squeeze onto the octagon.
Valorant's got the read that they can just tear apart these B defenders, and this round, it works to perfection. Durka missing that opening kill. Massively important. And Vitality, I mean, the money is still all right for them. They still can commit to this one. The loss bonus, plus the money they got in the bank.
Slightest of angles that Leaf can play in. Steady hand going to be required though for what's coming ahead, because a lot of Vitality bodies, but the damage being done. Less dropped, makes it that much more unlikely. And as everybody topples on the side of Vitality. As you said, the money might still be good. I think loser's bonus kicking in for Vitality, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Trex was hoping that he could potentially get a kill build. Gatecrash is going to be making his way up towards B-Long, gives his team the information. Last time we saw this one, Armageddon in the stun, in through the back, on top of it. Flashes in your face and a spam to supplement. Oh, it drops the bodies and it drops Vitality into that 3v5. Quick on the flank though, that is Durka. And he has to be the shining light for his team at this point, but your options are going to be running short. As the time ticks, the hourglass runs dry. Ults are going to be held. Util out, spraying and praying. That is the hope. And Jorgamo right from behind as well. He'll grant you no mercy. OT. It's inevitable here for G2 unless Trex can pull off a miracle. Trouble is they're going to try and detangle and get out of the way of these G2 players. What a reaction from Valin. Get out of here. Pulling off plays like that, and the damage done, softened up Kicks. He's going to use that Trailblaze. He wants to carve out a path. Potentially some space. Shower's going to be regained. Control for it. Safe is making sure to vacuum it all the way up. And critical fight! He doesn't win it out!
That's
Leaf
ridiculous.
Taking it. How do you get a safe man off now? You're going to try and fight and force the issue forwards with it. Kicks. He's the one to take matters into his own hands alongside Durka, side by side. The reign supreme, but time is of the essence, and Kicks, he's got to get a move on, got to get a move on, got to get a move on, one down, damage done! Vitality though still with a huge player advantage, but it's only two waiting to receive, and Trex has to be the difference maker. And he is, at least for the beginning. Leaf round to the side, Trex with three, can't land the fourth still. 13 seconds left, Spike out into the open. that plan
10 seconds
needs to
left.
come online. Steel Garden is ready and waiting.
Last track.
Trailblazer, round to the corner, not broken, timing taken. And plan stuck, 1v2, flash through, no way, unbelievable! Somebody catches eyes onto Les potentially here, lurking player, flash through and around, that's gonna be Showers, and you hear it. Yep, here comes the rumble.
30 seconds left.
That's a barrel sticking out, but he hears the footsteps on top of it. And oh, the prioritization of the kills! Anybody wades in front of him, but that's going to be the drone. It spells out doom and defeat, doesn't it? Aftershock on top of it, just in case Jorgmo wasn't enough. TB forwards, but my God, man, getting ahead of your own util at that point. Trade it out. This kicks was hard committed onto the corner, and they're going to be glad for it at that point. And okay, Wrangle with a rifle, coverage there into every possible avenue. G2 paved the way to a plant now onto this site, potentially to the map win. It's all down to Safe, it's all down to Les. 2 versus 4. Good clearance. Clears up the potential question marks, but Valin wins his fight and Les reveals his hand. Molly won't save you there. Valin's feeling it. Puts him to bed. It's a 5-player stack. It's a squeeze occurring though, but held down by Leaf. Okay, Ghost in hand. Sure work at Durka. Up through the gut though. Vitality not willing to slow down, but they are walking up into a few of these players, and there's that damage done. Yeah, full line into the salvos. There's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run if you are Kicks. They drop down, but there's that deep push out, but honestly, might be too little too late.
Vitality are going to need something incredible. It would be this guy on the flank here.
Leaf's,
Safe.
okay.
Catches onto Leaf. Now there's going to be pressure behind. Eyes, head's got to be turned from Jonah. I know, they take the aggressive option instead, actually. Dominating waterfall control in a 4v2, but getting pinched from both ends.
Definitely one option for you. Jorgmo whips his way around to the corner and turning alongside it. It's clean movement. Brings it to a 1v2 though. Definitely winnable for Safe into this spot, and he's managed to creep forwards past line of sight angles. Trent just jiggling. He knows the win cons. He's running away because he's got the salvos back online. As soon as he hears that first tap, he knows he's going to be able to deny. It's all to play with and all to work with. Safe still. Rocking a hard place is how I described it earlier. Don't think it was for him in particular, but it does mean that G2 gonna be able to steal away here. Pistol round.
Map. Always got to try to keep an eye on where he is. Calling for reinforcements to go for the B pop, and Safe is here, but gets dealt with so snappy.
Still out wide. It's all on Les to do the most into that spot, and the trade is instantaneous here by G2. Opens it up for an easy plan onto the B side. Haunt not necessary to be dealt with as well. There was no tags, no connections onto the G2 players, and with Vitality in this spot, Durka Tret's got to be thinking about saving.
Hunt the lurker kind of protocols, and here they go.
Oh well, okay, Jonah P. No worries at all, man. Steady hand, steady aim. He knew that the Haunt was going to be dealt with.
Slightly too late on that, or too early, I suppose you could say, but exactly as the rest of G2 were crossing behind.
Thorns down.
ADS though, that's Safe, just trying to answer back in any way possible form that he can, but it's an onslaught that's going to be facing him. Drops himself down. It's a hard anchor position from Safe. He's got to get value into this spot. Util out into the hands, but return of the fire is there. Leaf sees it. It's a tantalizing upgrade onto the floor, and he's going to be receiving the rifle on top of it, but Kicks with the smoke in. He's running rings around them. He's already found himself two. TP cuts it south across, and surely he's done enough to potentially get this round win for Vitality. He's brought it to a 2 versus 2.
Still have the paranoia to work off as well. Could hit both of these players in tree. Throw the paranoia, allow Les to open door. What are they going for here? What's the combo play?
Shadows traveling.
Splitting up for the time being. Paranoia, that's a double blind. Nearsighted as both of them. They're just trying to cut sound cues away. Keep a series of unknowns into the play, but Jonah P forced to reveal his hand. It's 3 in a round 4, and will he get the 4? Yes, he will! Knows that there's danger in the air. Oh my God, just reacts off to the side, but wasn't expecting that one. And okay, Sheriff, quick work. Les! My goodness!
Where's he pulled that from? He was at 145 range for some of those as well. He wasn't even one-shotting.
That's pure insanity. Straight up the gut, right what Vitality needed.
Leaf was calling for help. Just to clear Kicks. And in the scramble, they forgot. They forgot about Les. They thought they dodged this guy when he got exported to EMEA this year. Now he's back to haunt the Americas players.
30 seconds left.
Down to Jorgamo, he's gonna go walkabouts here, but oh my. And Leaf is the one to try and capitalize. Snakebite round to the side and a rolling thunder. Why not? Throw it into the mix, but you've been slowed down to a crawl and creeping round from behind. It's safe, he reveals the hand anyway. Steel Garden, let loose. And random spray paves the way, wins the day. Even a nade running rampant, yet somehow G2. How the hell have they done this? They forced Trex into a 1v2. Slides the taps, no bullets left. He needs to try and find a fight early on, walking right in, and Jonah P.
And G2, they're looking on fire right now.
Got it both. Re-exploration by Les, instant punish with a bullet to the head. Out wide, door opened. And bodies dropped, toppled.
Drone going out.
They are destroyed. It's taken something pretty special today to put the pressure onto them.
Jorgamo straight in there, Les trying to make the most of it with his crosshair placement and precision. It's the name of the game for a player like him. He's good for that one. Found it, potentially even footing for his team to walk into this, but not quite in the gun category. And okay, well, leave.
Buying time for Durka's flank.
That's the important thing. Durka wrapping around with that rifle in hand. Might get open access, and yes, he does. So Leaf falls, safe, follows through! How the hell do you chew through this? You can't exactly bide your time and wait this one out. Got to try and just send it. Take the fight anyway. Pistols in hand, and the timing has been caught. And right there, you're in the shadow realm at that point, Valorant. Not ready for the fight that's going to be coming your way. Les, Drex safe, all being bought that time to play into the site. And with the Nightfall hot on their heels, Jonah P is forced to try and get that plant down. And you got to win that one out. Drop down with a spike in their laps.
I mean, on the haunt here. Prowler sets him up.
Takes the peek and takes the shot. Almost takes two of them out for it.
On the seas.
Oh my!
Oh, that's so good from Trex and Durka.
You wanted to see more from him. You're getting it here and now. He's tearing G2 to pieces.
There's nothing that Trent can do to salvage this one. Vitality needed that.
Vitality are raring to go. They want to set this guy up for another one. Why not?
Safe though, go for a bit of a re-exploration here. They lost a lot of information over on the A side of the map, so Safe wants to pick some back up.
And right into his prime sightlines. Perfect timing with all that mid-round information that he gathered. He got a bit more than that, didn't he, though? Not just information. Kills, bodies toppling on the side of G2, and it leaves it just down to the two, Trent and Leaf. They have the easier side to get themselves into. Kicks off, at least be forced to respect a bit of this util.
30 seconds left.
That sound cue's made, and now Stampede going to be occurring. Pit lay it down, why not? Might as well just throw everything into the mix to try and win this one round out. Orb through, Snakebite, and Trent spam down, spray down, Snakebite of his own, Leaf. Could be a miracle worker, but my God, how the hell do you tangle with this one? It's a Pit versus Pit. Heavy blight now, lay it down over towards the seaside. Decay damage to pocket the play in. Players highlighted, reload, ordered, and kicks towards it. Realizing it, they've given up the sight, and there's an angle here. It's a heavy lick Durka gives him straight to the side of the head. He's going for more, man. Re-exploration, these timings that Durka's taking. Straight out of the page book of Team Liquid almost. They threw it out. Gets caught onto the corner there. There's three players of G2 eager for a bit of a bloodbath now, out towards it. One steps forwards into the smoke, kicks, trying to be cheeky with it. The shots rattled off. Fire's going to be exchanged. G2, though, are the ones who are slowly edging this one out. Jonah P onto the defuse. Not even getting a half, but surely trust defense necessary. A reload by Trex. He just needs to spam and stray shots to go his way. And it's not happening. Like you said, 30 seconds time. Running against them here, giving up a lot of space. It's a angle off to the side, and Jonah B's looking around all over the bloody place. Trent takes a peek from on high. Cuts Durka straight out the picture. 15 seconds. Vitality got to get a move on, and they need to defend this spot and position. It's a safe plan. Up for the posture, this one back. It's a 3v3 and Kicks are on 10 HP taking this fight. Surely not as ideal. I mean, he's going to be calling now for safe. Joining him in hands, but listen, bullets answered right back through the wall and more. Up through the top, needs to be a defense. Order! Jorg is hitting absolute waldies and a double face. Oh my! Playing in Jorgamo, bait and switch. Should be a level of awareness here. Yes, there is.
What a flick.
Crosshair placement wasn't quite ideal for Jorgamo to take that one, but you're absolutely right, Josh. I mean, Durka, almost a hospital flick is what it looked like, but
My blind is dead.
definitely adjusted in time. Here's a showstopper. Lets loose and finds a body. Leaf, there's no retreat from that one, and my God! He's running rampant! Seems like every time Vitality get into a timeout, Josh, and you ask for more, you ask for that step up from Durka.
Same spot Jorg got cleared from before, though.
Level of awareness still here, but they just take the initiative and they take the fight straight to them still. Vitality of players lagging behind, and they just played anti-flash as a result of the positioning, and Jonah P has got a few more ults to spare. Rolling Thunder, Armageddon, offload it, Salvos at your feet. There is no safety. You cannot survive that one. It's an onslaught coming your way, and G2 find themselves with a player advantage now in a potential retake. They're happy to play it with pack mentality, group up together, give Vitality the sight, give them the space.
Durka's actually got great info, though, because he controls Waterfall. So as this comes through, they're going to know that all three players are coming from in front.
Might be all on Durka to this point. Nightfall expended, aftershock into the side. Durka draws blood, finds the one, barrel spoken wide, Trex with the other, and leaves it down to Jonah P. Bit of spam, Odin, not the weapon of choice. Not by any means. But how the hell do you even get into there? You just can't cross past them. Wow.
They're going back into him.
Doors open, doors open. Leaves forwards. Leave! God damn, man. Finally a bit of stray spam into the box, but time's running short and Vitality, they've outthought themselves. They've run out of the options here. 5 seconds, barely enough to get this plant online, but they still need to deal with safe and just drop down. No free shot. He knows he has to play his life here. Vitality, they go full speed ahead. Give up on the flanking play, and there's a pit in their face to deal and contest with.
The faster you go through the pit, the more chance of a spray down, though.
Testion already ordered up here from the Vitality players, up and over the top as well. Rebounds away, just drop it into the bodies. They're bumping into each other, man. Into the knives and into the fray. And a fight won out by G2, at least momentarily, but is it even planted for safe? That is the question. Tucked to the corner. Salvos just can't quite get his body on it, man. G2. Yeah. Explosive. Not what we've been conditioned for, but as the curtain drops, so does Kicks. Venture on drift in through the back as well. That was an evacuation attempt, and he got all the info that was necessary. 2 players immediately out of the picture and out of the fight here. Vitality. It's going to be a scramble to earn your way back into this round. Round 20 for G2. They won that 12.
Does feel like the first nail in the coffin.
Pixel angle. Jonah P. Usually perfect on it. Trex and less to do it all in this spot. Respect given.
So much respect. In spots like this, sometimes it can be too much. You give the Vitality players a bit of space where they can walk forwards and isolate a one. But G2, they're known for being disciplined.
Paranoia, snakebite to respond. Trex, use of his own, waiting into his hands. Forced out into the open, and Zalifa takes that first contact. Skipping a hop straight into their face. Judge and play, and they know exactly where Les is. Another full defuse. They're min-maxing in a moment like this, man.
That's so good.
Which direction do you face it in? That is the question. Smokes dissipating, util forwards, flashes are blinding them. And how do you stand your ground against this one? Spraying, praying, winning the day. Shots are fired. It's precise by safe, but he's running rampant, and listen, flicking around all over the place. There's no safety to be found for him, but he considered Durka deep onto the site. Dodges his way past most of the util. This is cheeky from him, and it's almost necessary as well, yet still Leaf wins it out. 3 versus 3. G2 trying their hardest to not be denied that chance, that date with Destiny, a rematch with EDG. The moments like this, Vitality, they're going to fight for every single possibility. Time ticking. Leaf's on the low ground. He's got to get a bit of a move on, and I think they've done it. Vitality have bought enough time. Still alive. Odin spam, spraying away. Jonah P is going to get pressured now. He needs some bailout Defense is ordered up, still kicks his way ahead of it. Jonah B's been dealt with, still. Spraying and praying, running rampant into the back of the side here. Jorgamo! He's handed it. Target-rich environment. Potentially the nail in the coffin. Up and over the top, information. It's granted, it's given over, and garnered. Armageddon forcing them out into the open. There is no comfort, there is no surviving, and G2 gets what they want.